Let's talk about sea salt. What's the difference? There's so many out there, and I know you've heard this one's better than this one. Why? They all have their purpose in healing the body. So let's talk about what they do. So when I'm talking about sea salt, I'm going to be focusing on sea salts that you can ingest right now, not ones that you use externally. There's a lot of those, and we've talked about those before. But I really want to focus on a few highlights of the main ones that you have access to, and the main ones that you may want to use, and why you want one over the other. So there's lots of different sea salts. Why are they important? Why are they different than table salt? Table salt, as you know, is so very processed. It is refined. They bleach it. So who wants to be eating bleach, right? They add stuff to it you should not be consuming. There's anti-caking agents in there, all sorts of things that are so bad. This is why it raises your blood pressure, really hard on the kidneys, hard on the body. So your alternative is to turn to sea salts. But which one's best for you? I'm going to highlight a few here. Let's start with Himalayan sea salt. This is one of my favorites, honestly. If I have to be picky here, I'm just going to tell you that Himalayan sea salt is a great one. So Himalayan sea salt has over 84 trace minerals, and you can see by the pink color in there that it's got some iron popped in there versus some of the others that obviously don't, which is really, really helpful for those who are low in iron. But what does it do for you? So almost all sea salts are going to do this, and you'll hear me say that yes, it's going to detox the body, because sea salt specifically can pull out impurities. So when you take it in internally, it'll do some detoxing, but you can also bathe in any of these, and externally, it's going to detox a lot of things out of the body. Super helpful. It's also going to be very, very supportive in hydration because of those electrolytes. And that is confusing, how salt can hydrate. It is weird, but we're talking about small amounts. You're putting a little on your food, you're taking it in. That will help hydrate the body because of the electrolytes in the minerals, and that's going to help rebalance some things in your body. So that's how it helps. It also is going to help with respiratory health. That's why you see a lot of Himalayan sea salt lamps, Himalayan salt rooms, because you can breathe it in and the ions really change, and it really helps to clear the lungs, which is very, very helpful. One of the ways I use Himalayan sea salt, or two ways I use it specifically, is skin healing, yes, for eczema. Great to get rid of eczema. It really seems to target the things that cause eczema, because the other thing it does is very specifically takes the IgE reaction that can happen if you're having an allergic reaction, or you've eaten food that's not good for you and you're starting to react. It can help reduce some of that reaction. So this is one of the things I always do for my kids, or at my house when we've gotten into no-no foods or uh-oh foods that are problematic. We bathe in it. And to do a Himalayan sea salt soak, we do at least half a pound for about 45 minutes, and it really helps to reduce that and reduces inflamed skin from psoriasis and different, eczema, that type of thing. So this is a great one for that. It also helps digestion, because it stimulates digestion, and this is because of the minerals in there. It stimulates the enzymes that break down food. So it is very helpful in that way. Who knew salt could be helpful? Again, we're not talking about loads and loads and loads of it. We're talking about a pretty normal amount when you're eating your foods. So that's Himalayan sea salt. Let's pop over to Celtic sea salt. Celtic sea salt is a much more wet salt, as you notice. It's got over 80 trace minerals, which is really good. It's gotten a lot of notoriety lately because as being great for all sorts of things. So it does have lower sodium than some of the others, for sure, lower than table salt for sure. It has also got 3 types of magnesium that are pretty prominent, and that's why it's better to help with sleep and with your sleep regulation in the body, and that's why it can also help with pain relief when you ingest it. So, sea salt, Celtic sea salt specifically, is also going to be detoxifying like the other salts. It's also going to help with skin health for sure. It can help with inflamed skin, Again, these magnesiums are going to come in there and help with that a little bit more. It also has those enzymes, digestive enzymes, to help with digestion. Celtic sea salt is also really good at helping with migraines because of the magnesium content in there. So you've heard of people doing this and putting just a pinch of it under the tongue, and it can help get rid of things, pain relief, migraines. And we're just talking about a small amount here. That will do it. It really is helpful. Again, you can bathe in it, and it's very good for inflammation of skin. So I use about half a pound when I do a full bath for an adult body, and it's very, very helpful. So Celtic sea salt, lower sodium, gonna help. Let's switch over to black lava salt. So black lava salt is what they call a finishing salt, which means you don't usually cook with it, but you add it to your food afterwards and then you eat it. It has a unique place in culinary, not just medicinal, because this is going to have an earthy flavor, kind of a nice balanced smoky flavor, and it has a nice sulfur flavor. So for those who may not be able to eat eggs but want eggs, this makes a great alternative because it has a little sulfur flavor in there. The reason it's black is because of the activated charcoal in it. So this is also going to help with your dishes color-wise, visually. It's a great little look on the end, just to have that pop of black on there, and it's not pepper. It's amazing. It is a detoxifier, but it detoxifies different than the others. This is a binder because of that activated charcoal. So when you use it internally, it binds to toxins and takes them out of your body. So that's how it can kind of help, and it is also helpful for muscle cramps. Again, it's that activated charcoal that's going to help. The way it helps heal skin is specifically targeting dandruff. So we like that one. And it's also a little bit of a laxative thanks to that activated charcoal in there. So that's how you can also use that one. I don't have this one here, but Hawaiian red salt or Alea salt, they're not the same, but they work kind of similar. They also have about 80 trace minerals in there. Red salt looks red. It has a way higher iron content. So those very low in iron, find it gives you a nice burst of energy when you use Hawaiian red salt. It also has immune support, of course, because you need iron for everything else to kind of come in balance. And it's going to detoxify like most other salts, hydrate just a little bit because of those other minerals in there. And then, of course, it helps with skin healing, but you can kind of see how to use it more specifically. Then I want to just go with Baja Gold. This is the new guy that's gotten all the attention lately. Baja Gold has over 90 trace minerals. So we have a little bit more there. And it's at least 30% lower in sodium. It has the lowest sodium of the ones that are typically used for eating or for something in the natural health world. So this is a great salt for that. It has more flavor. So more flavor, less sodium, using less of it. It's better for your blood pressure than for those who are looking for a little better alternative when they are using salt. This is a good one for that. It has a great flavor profile. If you haven't tried it, I recommend it because it's got a very unique flavor that can add a pop of, wow, what is this? So different in any dish. But it does, of course, it's going to hydrate because it's got those electrolytes in there, even more trace minerals than our other friends here on the table. And that's because it's got a good amount of other balanced trace minerals, not just focusing on one or the other, like this has high magnesium. This has some in there, but it's got a balance in it. So I really like Baja Gold for a lot of different things. Yes, it's going to help with skin stuff as well, and detoxifying the body in general detoxing, but I find that it's way easier on the kidneys. If you have kidney problems, then that's a better salt alternative for you. And then just there's a lot of other culinary salts out there like Maldon flakes. Those are literally these thin flakes that look like pyramid shapes kind of, or flake shape. And they have a good crunch to them. They have a good flavor to them. Most people kind of like them because they're gonna give a little extra wow to something, but it has a little sweeter profile. So most chefs use that in their culinary cooking for sweets. But when it comes to just looking at health and wellness for the body, These are the ones that I usually work with outside of the Hawaiian red that's not here right now if you're looking for iron. If you don't need iron support, then these are really, really good. And now you know the difference as to what to target in your body, how to use them. Now, I do want to make one note on Soleil. Soleil is salt water. This is a big thing that I've heard a lot of people say, I want to make Soleil water, where you take a pinch of your salt, whichever one it is, add it to your water and drink it. I am not a big proponent of this because the problem is people overdo it. They don't just take a pinch of sea salt in a little bit of water and drink your 1 glass for the day. They put it in all their water. Now it's too hard on the kidneys. You do that too much, you find you could literally start peeing blood. That is what can happen. People don't quite know how to back off and what's a pinch. One person's pinch is different than another's, right? So I'm not a big fan of that. If you do it, just know the safe way to do it is to literally take a small amount. We're talking a couple of grains is all it takes in 1 glass of water for the day. So that's the safe way to do it. I hope this has helped you, because anytime you're going to approach things in your health, remember natural healing is totally doable.